Thanks for joining me on What's in the Box. Today we're going to dig into another favorite genre of mine, sci-fi. And we're going to do that with Neca's Aliens Xenomorph. Don't really know right off the top of my head where the Alien franchise ranks for me. It's up there, probably top 10. Of course, previously we talked about Back to the Future and the nostalgia I had for that. But I also have quite a bit of nostalgia for the Predator franchise, the first two films at least. And I think for Aliens, it kind of goes. I love the first three films. I think they're actually great. A lot of people pick at the third one, but I really enjoy it. As far as the second movie goes, it was, as you know, quite a bit different than the first, and very testosterone-y, action-packed, and pretty freaking awesome, to be honest, thanks to James Cameron. Anyway, I don't particularly have any Alien wear, but I do have some Predator wear because Preds rule and Xenomorphs drool. Anyway, we'll take a look at this right now. The Alien Xenomorph is probably the tallest NECA figure I've seen so far. He's actually a good half an inch or so taller than their Frankenstein. And hopefully I've got him all in frame here. Overall, character-wise, if you know anything about the story behind Aliens, is they had done these sort of white and gray outfits for the film, and when they got to set, the set was painted jet black, and Cameron had a meltdown. And essentially they had to go in and take these beautifully bone painted kind of xenomorph costumes and spray them all down with black spray paint. I can't even imagine, but it was effective, and what you ended up with was little browny, bony areas protruding through all the black. Neck has captured that here, but in a slightly odd way. What I'm seeing in this paint job is sort of it's hard to say, a metallic bronze color. I really don't think that's particularly accurate, but it gets the look across. This is mostly done with dry brushing. In the hands, they do have silver talons. Can't remember if that's accurate or not, but yeah, it's a odd choice, but it kind of gives them more of an, for lack of a better word, alien feel. It does have a posable tail, as you can see here. All the basic articulation that you would need. There's a wrist pivot and a turn there. I don't know if it has a turn, but it has an up and down kind of movement to it as well. The jaw does articulate, and it does look like the small mouth inside comes out, which is a really, really cool touch. Of course, I remember some of the earlier NECA aliens. You could press one of their smokestacks, if that's what you want to call it, and the mouth would pop out. That would be cool, but this works just fine. As far as accessories, bare minimum, but you got to realize it's a much bigger figure than you would normally get. So you do get a chest burster. The tail is posable on that, but it's a little tough. Be careful there. And then of course you get a face hugger. That tail is posable too. Along with that, an alien egg. Now this is a hefty little accessory. It's pretty big, and it has a nice weight to it. Paint is decent-ish. The outside's a little better than the inside. The detail on the inside's a tiny bit sloppy, but nothing too horrible. Now, of course, you may be able to curl this face hugger up and put it inside there. But again, that tail is very... it's kind of tough to bend. But I'm sure I can get it in there. Yeah, there we go. And you have that little guy crawling out, which is creepy as hell. Anyway, the paint on these two accessories is decent. This has a bloody, sloppy look to it, which is a good thing. It looks like it just come out of someone's chest. The teeth are a little chrome looking, and it has a overall fleshy tone. This is pretty much a flesh tone, and the only paint aside from sort of a gray-brown wash is on the inside where the mouth of the hugger is. Not a lot of accessories, but decent accessories for this particular figure. I think anyone who's a fan of the franchise would find this pretty acceptable, despite the little odd touches with the metallic paint. There's not a whole lot you could ask for past these items, really. So I think it's a decent figure for the price. I'm not sure how many of these they put out. I think quite a few. Obviously, the Xenomorph from the first film, and I think they did a dog alien from part 3. Past that, I don't know. Maybe a few game toys, something like that. I will probably pick up a couple more Xenomorphs, especially the one from the first and third films. But I don't have a massive amount of interest in the line. Possibly a Ripley or two. I don't know. It just depends if I can find them at a decent price. I'm a much bigger Predator fan, and of course will eventually pick up nearly all of those, particularly when it comes to the film franchise. So, but yeah, I think you'll be happy with it. There's not too much wrong with it. It's just fairly bare minimum, but you couldn't really ask for much more. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. So stick around, see more of my reviews, hit subscribe, like, hit the bell, all that good stuff.